Hey guys, welcome back to Spooky Island, and today we are going to be breaking down the brand new trailer for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, so let's get into it. So, in that first clip here, you can see some kind of dojo, which I'm guessing is the one where he trained in when he was younger. And then we should get seen a shot of the wood that is indented, which we see later in the trailer is where he has been punching when he was a kid, and he does the same here. He feels it, he punches it, and then we cut to the Marvel Studios logo, which is in the fresh black, red and white style, which we haven't had in a while in any of the trailers. Because they're usually, obviously, we had the one for Falcon the Winter Soldier, and then the One Division one, etc. But next clip.
I gave you 10 years to live your life. Now you see me rise. And where?
So, in this next clip here, we can see him doing some push-ups, which looks like to be his room. I cannot see anything on his wall over there, but it doesn't look like the most fancy room, so I'm guessing he could be undercover, could be just maybe on the run, or maybe he's just living his life, not getting the most money. But then, speaking of money, we get a shot of a nice BMW, I believe that is, a red one in fact. This looks like a very new model, and someone steps out of the car. It is a man, as you can see here. He gets given the key, and then as you can pause here, we see Shangchi and Akim Finwaz, the characters that she's playing. They're both singing on some mics, and then they're walking down this corridor. And the last scene here, we have them both in a bar somewhere, just hanging out and being friends. So on to the next clip.
Did that get you? You walked in my shadow.
So the next clip here, we have them obviously cheering, we have them taking a selfie, and then dramatically it cuts to, this looks like to be Shang-Chi, this little boy here. We also have who looks like to be the villain of the series behind him in the mask, who is training him, but is quite badly training him because he just whipped him on the back, as you can see there, and he punches the wood again. He repeatedly does it, and then we obviously get the scene, as you can see here, where he's training, punching it very hard, it looks like. And the next scene we can see here is a guy who looks like to summon the chi. Now this is very interesting because this is similar to Iron Fist, but he is summoning blue energy. And if you have seen Iron Fist Season 2, you know that there is different colours of the chi that can be summoned. There is yellow, white, and I believe red in Season 2. Now he looks like to be summoning blue. He smashes the table, and a very nice cut to Shang-Chi taking down a few warriors in this. Looks like to be some like Mulan type Japanese, Chinese-esque location, some temple kind of location where maybe he's gone there and he's got jumped. He's taken down, there must be at least 5 or 6 guys here, but yeah. Okay, on to the next clip.
I trained you. So the most dangerous people in the world couldn't kill you.
So after watching this clip again, I can see that this is him as a young boy training, it looks like, because he doesn't actually go to kill that guy. And then we also get a shot of him, it looks like a bit younger, a little bit older, where he's training in the snow, shirtless. We get a shot of him just, it cuts a few times to him with his head in his hand, and then he gets a few smacks. He takes him like a champ while his arms are out, and there's someone watching him in the mirror, which looks like to maybe be his mentor, maybe be his father. Then we see what looks to be like a bar type party, which is in a very nice location. Actually, I take it back. You keep going and you see it's the arena, so it looks like to be it's a battle arena that looks like to be a very modernized version. We see a nice shot of what looks like to be the a mentor, the villain of this film. It looks like who has long black hair, as you can see. So it could be a woman. It could also be a man, but I guess we will see. We also see quite a bulky guy with some security guards behind him, who looks like to be quite an important person and entering the arena. And then we have Shangchi built like an absolute machine and getting ready to fight some people. So on to the next clip.
Son, it's time for you to take your place by my side. You better watch out, 'cause it's my time. That's not going to happen.
Okay, so carrying on, we have the nice font which I put out. I noticed in my trailer is very nice. It reminds me of the Sorcerer Supreme kind of text. As that rotates, saying this fall, which we know is coming in September. We see a helicopter there, which looks like to be a mountain in the background, which could be. They do look like some kind of. They have long black hair, as you can see there, so I guess they could work for that villain maybe, or they could work for this guy on the left here. He is coming out of the helicopter with Akin Finwar's character on the left, on the right, sorry there. Someone else behind him. You can also see in the back that big bulky guy, so I'm guessing he was sent there to pick him up. And this will probably most likely be, as you can see here, the leader or one of the people from the 10 Rings. As you can see here, which is a very nice shot of him sitting in the chair, and I don't know what these symbols mean, but obviously the 10 Rings are from Iron Man 3, as you probably know, which didn't really get explored that much in Iron Man 3, and a lot of people don't like how it was done in Iron Man 3, and I agree to an extent. I think Iron Man 3 was a very different film, and anyway, I'm not here to talk about that film, but I'm very glad to see them back and see them done the proper way this time. And then we also see a person clench their fist with some rings or chains or whatever they could be. Looks like they could be harnessing the key, or those rings on their arm could be the purpose for the key. Maybe it's harnessing their key, maybe it's giving them their key, who knows. But that's all we see from that. We also see a very nice shot of a mirror, or looks like to be an actual painting in fact, that comes out with water from both sides, if you can see, and the water is like it's like, I guess you could say, mercury, where at room temperature it turns to liquid. Fun fact for you there. But that is a very cool scene. I like that shot a lot. And you see him talking to the guy in the white t-shirt here, which could be the guy that took him to the helicopter. But anyway, on to the next scene. Okay, so here we have a helicopter, which we see later on is the villain of this series, looks like to be the villain of the series, coming out of a helicopter that looks like to be maybe China or somewhere in Tokyo, or maybe even like somewhere in Korea or Japan. I'm guessing it's going to be somewhere in China or Japan because of the big skylines, the big advertising board on the right there. It looks like it could be a dog. There's a lot of people down below, but you can see we get a nice shot of his outfit there. He looks very cool. I love the green, the dark green, black, gold stripe. I like his mask. It reminds me of thingy from Big Hero 6. Very cool outfit. You also see him jump out of the plane, and this I highly doubt is the same scene. It might be, but he obviously jumps down, and I highly doubt it's the exact same scene, but you see him absolutely smack Chun-Li in the face. And there's also a nice shot here where the cinematography is insane, where they both fight each other. Then the fight goes on, he grabs the knife, he misses, and this is one of my favourite shots of the whole trailer here, where you see what looks like to be Chun-Li against this woman in like a Japanese hat in a green dress. He's in the air, she kind of floats away, and this is also an insane shot. So they look like to be fighting a massive battle at this temple place, and you see there also looks like to be a lion or a tiger like fight alongside him here, which looks very good. But yeah, on to the next scene.
You can't outrun who you really are.
Who are you?
Here we see him in this battle arena against a woman with black hair. He gets drop kicked, gets smacked on the floor, and she basically just tells him to back away. She absolutely smacks him. Here we see to look like who looks like to be this big bulky guy who has a sword for an arm. And Shangchi looks very scared. But then we see him in the exact same scene duck that sword. We get a nice shot of him in some kind of temple fighting. This is the person who has those rings on his arm, as you can see there. And he gets smacked. Then we get a quick shot of Shang-Chi jump out of a car. We see a magnificent shot of a bunch of people on horseback riding towards this big army, which could be the army that they are fighting. Earlier on in the trailer, there's a lot of them. Then we cut back to him on the train where he goes round, he smacks both of them, and he does a very cool kick in the air to knock both of them out. He stands up, he's like, yeah boy, I'm so cool. Then we have Akin Female's character in a nice Adidas jacket saying, who are you? And Shang-Chi gets his pose ready, and he looks very cool as the train is moving behind him. And then we cut to the title card, which I love. Shang-Chi, the rings form around it, Legend of 10 Rings. And that is it for that. And then we have one last scene, which is the train scene, so let's get on to that.
Bugger.
Hold on, everybody! We make a good team!
So, we have the last scene after the trailer. It looks like this bus crushes another BMW, and that is indeed a BMW i8, which I feel very sorry for whoever that car is, because Jesus Christ, that's an expensive car. He realises he's going to have to do something. They turn the corner, she nearly falls out of the car, or the bus even, and she looks like to have some kind of, I think, a baby on her, but run over some more cars. They finally stop, and she's like, yeah, we make a great team. I don't know if you'd say that, but then we get the title card for the date, September the 3rd. I'm very excited, and that will be all for this breakdown. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you did enjoy, and I'm very excited for this film. I think it's going to be a very, very, very good. The music in this film stands out to me more than anything, other than the actual like film. The music and the cinematography as well is such a good blend for what is going to occur. I think with you have it's a modern take on like a film by like Bruce Lee or like Kill Bill or like Mulan, and I think it's going to be insane. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys, for watching, and like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.